Hey everybody, welcome back to a Tuesday afternoon edition of Keith's Reviews. It's downright balmy here in the mid to upper 30s. Losing a lot of snow. I don't know, you can probably see a little bit behind me, but we're certainly losing a lot of snow. Supposed to get close into the 40s, maybe even close to 50 one day this week, so it's a great week for being outside. I'm going to do a beer today I almost didn't do because I did it last year, but it's a once a year release, and I did the 2012 edition, so this year I'm going to do the 2013 edition of the Sierra Nevada Ruthless Rye. So I really liked it last year, and hope they did just as well this year. So a little bit from the website. I think it's the same as from last year. Rustic grains, refined flavor, ruthless character, rugged and resilient. Rye has been a staple grain for ages, and its spicy black pepper-like flavor has been prized by distillers and brewers for centuries. Rye thrives in the harshest conditions and comes to life in Ruthless, a spicy, rugged IPA with fruity citrus and herbal hop notes balanced with the dry spiciness of the rye, making the beer aggressive yet comforting to bolster against whatever the winter winds may bring. This comes in at 6.6% ABV and 55 IBUs, so let's get this Ruthless Rye in a glass and see what we have. Yeah, it's supposed to be, by the weekend, it's supposed to be back in the 20s and maybe colder and a little more snow, so I figured I better get out here where it's relatively warm and comparatively warm. I mean, upper 30s, lower 40s, great weather for Iowa in the winter, so let's get a nose on this. Okay, yeah, you're getting that, definitely getting that citrus hops. Definitely getting the graininess, that little spiciness from the rye. Smells like it's quite dry. There's some pine in there. There's a bunch of pine in there. A little bit of orange maybe with the citrus. Mostly orange, I think. A little bit of lemon. Definitely a good solid bready malt aroma. Just and a hint of the yeast way there in the back, just barely coming through. So let me give it a taste. Okay, it starts out with those bitter citrus hops, piney hops, definitely piney hops in there. But it fades fairly quickly. It kind of lingers a little bit through the mouth, but it's not nearly as strong as in the beginning. Then that rye, the spice from the rye, and the breadiness from the malts are really coming through. You getting that fruitiness, or maybe a little bit of apple in there, like tart green apple. Definitely only 55 IBUs. But it's still pretty bitter for that relatively low ABV, but darn good so far. I did have another one the day before, so I do have some initial thoughts on it. The bitterness sort of builds the more you drink. It lingers. There's some nice almost soapy hops there, but it's mostly the pine, just a little bit of that citrus. The rye blends just really well with it. Really dry finish, so not a super clean finish, but a nice dry finish. It's a medium to medium full mouthfeel. It almost feels relatively low carbonation, so it feels almost full-bodied, really smooth. That rye and that spiciness does linger just a little bit, but really nice tasting beer, almost as good as I remember it. So let me sit. Like I said, it's in the upper 30s, maybe around 40. so it's not going to warm up a ton, but let me sip on this a while, and I'll come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's only been 10 minutes or so. I'm really enjoying this. This is as good as I remember it from last year. From what I remember, I don't know, the bready malts seem maybe just a bit sweeter than the 2012 edition, but still a nicely balanced beer. Very easy drinking beer. It's available now. It's on the shelves now. If you see it, be sure and pick some up. It's good. It's a really nice addition to the Sierra Nevada line. I think, if I recall correctly, it replaced the Glissade, which used to be their winter seasonal beer, but it was good, but I don't think it's as good as this. I prefer this much better. Really nice sweet malts, a little bit of that rye spice, definitely some nice citrus piney hops in there. Just a good solid offering from Sierra Nevada. I'm going to give it I don't think it's better than last year. I think I gave it a 9.5 last year. That's what I'm going to give it again. The Sierra Nevada Ruthless Rye. The sun's behind me because I was being blinded and I couldn't see, so hopefully everything will show up all right, but darn good beer. So 9.5 out of 10. Till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.